One of the most basic distinctions we need to make as we discuss science and knowledge versus belief is exactly what the difference is between the things we know and the things we believe in. Often those two are confused. I can believe in anything, regardless if there is support, factual support for that thing or not. However, I cannot know things that I cannot demonstrate to be true. For example, let's take gravity. I don't believe in gravity. I know gravity to be part of the environment of the world I live in, and I can experimentally demonstrate gravity to be true. I can take any object I want, I can let go of it, and it will fall to the ground. That will happen time after time after time, again and again. So I do not have to believe in gravity. I know gravity to be true. Even if I do not know all the details, the intricacies of gravity, I know gravity to be true. It represents knowledge. Now let's look at something like the Easter Bunny. The Easter Bunny is something that I might believe to exist. It doesn't make it true or not true. Belief is not based on something that we can experimentally validate, but it's based on supposition and opinion alone. I believe in something because I choose to do that. Here where the problem comes. Very frequently people confuse what they believe with what they know. There's a big difference between those two. I believe in the Easter Bunny, but I do not know the Easter Bunny exists. It doesn't mean that belief is wrong. Often belief is right. However, I cannot equate belief with knowledge. And where it becomes even more interesting is when belief is contradicted by knowledge. That when it becomes really problematic, when people suspend knowledge to support belief. We should never do that. Knowledge is the basis of understanding of the world around us. Knowledge is what makes us move forward. We need belief, and I think most everyone believes in something or rather some concept, but let's start separating what we know from what we believe in. In science, a lot of new discoveries start with belief. Newton believed that he could explain gravity, but ultimately he had to demonstrate it. He didn't say, hey, I believe in gravity and I'm Newton, so you also believe in gravity. What he did is to devise experiments and to formulate hypotheses that then were tested, that led to a theory. And that's another thing. Very often the language betrays us. We confuse what theory is because in daily language, very frequently, we misuse the term. A theory is something that has been experimentally demonstrated to be true. So when someone tells you, hey, that's just your theory, you should say, well, thank you. I did know that you will agree with me. Theory represents a high level of confidence and a high level of knowledge, not an opinion, not a supposition. So a theory is something that is solid. We can take it to the bank. Theories are what we know. A hypothesis, on the other hand, are things that we think might be true. A hypothesis is not based on facts. A hypothesis is just possible. So I formulate a hypothesis maybe based on a belief of mine, and then I go out and use scientific principles, scientific methodology, and translate that hypothesis to a theory if the data support that my hypothesis was correct. However, if the data support that my hypothesis was not correct, I am forced to reject that hypothesis. I cannot say that my hypothesis is true when the data indicate otherwise. So to close my first short lesson, a belief does not need either experimental or data-based support. A belief is just that. I believe in whatever I want. I believe that colors that are brighter, are more attractive. I believe that. I do not know that. I cannot demonstrate that to be true. I believe that the best color in the world is blue. I believe that. Notice, you cannot argue with my belief. You cannot say, oh, not your belief is wrong. My belief is my belief. However, I cannot say that blue is the best color in the world, because if I move from belief to knowledge, I should be able to demonstrate to you that blue is the best color in the world, and that is something I cannot do. I can demonstrate to you gravity, I can demonstrate to you evolution, I cannot demonstrate to you belief. So the fundamental process of science is that we only know things we can demonstrate to be true. We can believe in anything else. But whenever knowledge contradicts belief, knowledge should win. I will see you next time.